everlasting. I feel like I need to bring this out a little bit more. Ooh, I hate when I have to adjust this on screen because I don't like everybody all up in my kitchen. Even though I just cleaned it today. I'm a Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Venus, y'all. I do not like people in my I don't like people, I don't know, all up in my mix. So I just be trying to keep y'all on with the tarot cloth, because that's really all y'all need. Don't know, y'all, that's all y'all need. Okay, y'all, sorry. I hate doing lives on YouTube because I can't, or maybe I just don't know how, but like I can't see the screen before I start the live, except for when you do the little thumbnail. And you know, YouTube just needs to get better for small creators, for creators in general, for real, for small creators. This is going to be the weeklies for this upcoming week. We are going to start with Taurus because we're in Taurus season. Happy birthday to the Tauruses. It's going to be the Sun, Moon, Rising read for the week. It is a general read, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, I'm reading with the Secret Language of Color Oracle, and I'm also reading with the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. This is my first tarot deck I ever got. It's still one of my favorites, still probably my favorite, period. Before, what do people say? There's a few housekeeping things before we get started. We did have an eclipse the other day. If you purchased the Tarot Moon Journal, like in true Mercury retrograde fashion, that is the only page that is messed up, is of course the Scorpio full moon page. So if you purchased it, give me like a day. I might be able to do it tonight, but just give me a day or so to actually send out the correct page to you guys. But I will get that out there for you. And if you are a Patreon subscriber and you're in one of the tiers that gets the Moon Journal, I will send that page to you guys probably tonight. What else is going on? Like I said, it's an eclipse. We had an eclipse. Eclipse energy lasts for about, well, the effects of the eclipse take place over the time span of about 6 months. So if you are interested in knowing what this eclipse season is bringing in for you, you can book an eclipse reading with me. And it is also retrograde season, so you can also book a retrograde reading with me. All the things. I mentioned the Patreon memberships. The next 10 people who sign up, and I'll be able to see this from my emails, the next 10 people who sign up for a membership, any tier, even if you do the $10 one, you get a free chakra bracelet from SunshinehazeCo, and I will reach out to you and find out which chakra you want, or you can, if you are not sure, I can intuit and send you the one that Spirit tells me you need, okay? And I think that's it for all the housekeeping. Oh, tonight I'm going to do some free yes or no pulls, not in this reading. If you're not following me on TikTok, make sure you pop over there because that's where I do the free reads and the discounted live reads. So everything that I just mentioned in here, I'm actually going to pop over to TikTok and do after I finish up here. And they will be at discounted prices. Okay? I'm not going to go into that because I'll go into that in the next video. So we're going to get into Taurus, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising for this upcoming week, May 7th through the 13th. What is the overall energy for people with those Taurus placements? So what's in store for people with Taurus in their prominent Taurus in their charts? Let's cut there. And we'll flip your oracle after I pull you a tarot card, okay? Get that passed through the smudge real quick. So what's popping for Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, and Taurus Rising for the week? Oop, that fell out. You know what? I think I'm just going to read that for you guys because it fell out while I was shuffling. So let's see. We've got Nurture Yourself. And if you're familiar with my spreads, let me make sure y'all can see the Cash App in there. My birthday is coming up, y'all. Not this month, but next month. But it's coming up. So if you're feeling generous today, or if you like your read, please show some gratitude by sending a tip or a donation to my Cash App, okay? Orange and the Five of Pentacles reversed. If you're familiar, if you follow me, if you've seen one of my reads before, you've probably heard me say or one, you've probably never seen a reversal, or you've probably heard me say if I pulled a reversal, that it's truly a reversal, because the way that I shuffle, I don't get reversals. People that shuffle all crazy and willy-nilly, I don't like that. I saw there's a reader that and you guys want to know something, and I don't know if this is just the Cancer in me or what, but I'm a Capricorn rising too. I like routine. I saw another reader and she shuffled 2 decks together, and I was like, "Ooh, girl, no, I can't watch you no more. You gave me anxiety." So I unfollowed her because I didn't like that. I didn't like that. So with that being said, when I pull reversals, they're actually reversals. But if you were watching while I was shuffling, I didn't pull this. This fell out of the deck. So you've got orange and you've got the Five of Pentacles reversed. And so the deck comes with the message, nurture yourself, okay? What I get for this, Taurus, is that something is cycling out for you, okay? Whenever I pull the Five of Pentacles, especially, like, I am picking up on love. I'm not really getting career here. It's foundational for me. Pentacles is a foundational suit for me. So that could speak to career, finance, your actual physical dwelling space, like where you live. And it can also speak to your romantic relationships or friendships or family relationships, because those are foundational. This card for me typically points to like something breaking down. It's a breakup card for me. It's like something is ending. However, with it coming in reverse, it comes without the energy of all that tough heaviness of what is usually the Five of Pentacles in a love or a money spread, right? What I get for you is that something is cycling out, Taurus, and it is something that you put a lot of time and a lot of effort into. It was probably foundational. Remember, we're talking about the Pentacle suit here. But whatever the case may be, especially because you've got the nurture yourself card, the orange card here, it tells me that, like, you maybe put too much into that. Like, maybe you put more into it than you were supposed to. I am picking up on, like, there's not a balance in whatever it is. So if we're talking about love, this is a relationship in which you were the person giving most of the love and not receiving what you were giving in return. If we're talking about a career, this is a job or a career space in which you are doing most of the work and you're not seeing the right type of pay for it. You're not seeing the right type of accolades. You ain't getting no promotions. You ain't getting nothing from it. And it's just like, what's the point of continuing to put my energy in here when I could do so much better putting energy into myself? I just got my head. I could do bad all by myself. Straight like that. I can do bad all by myself. And people, I'll be 31 next month, and this is a phrase that I learned when I was 21. I was dating somebody. I was in a relationship, if we're going to call it that. This man was cheating on me with everybody in the city. But I was with somebody who I realized all of the bad stuff that was going on in my life was coming from him in that relationship. And when I thought about it, it was like, I have so much other stuff that I want to do, and like everything that you got me going through in my brain and in my heart and in my body and in my spirit, it's not making sense to me to stay here and keep doing this. Like, if I wanted to do all that shit, I could do it on my own. Like, I don't need you. I don't need a partner to fuck my life up, is really what the energy was. And so when I got to that point, that was when I was finally able to get out of that toxic on and off 4-year relationship that I just thought I needed so much. I was codependent, like straight up codependent. And so what I'm getting for you, Taurus, is that there may have been some codependency here, possibly by way of just falling into certain routines that became comfortable for you. You guys are a sign of comfort. So some things that you got comfortable with that are just not serving you no more, and they're actually starting to be a detriment to whatever you've got going on, Taurus. You can do bad by yourself. You don't need a partner to do that with. And that speaks to the love, that speaks to the friends, that speaks to bad, quote unquote, bad family members, that speaks to that job that is not giving you what you need. You don't need anybody to help you fuck your life up. If you want to do that, you can do that by yourself. So instead of doing that at all, the cards here say for this month for you, Taurus, you need to take some time to, one, step back from everything that you've got going on. I highly suggest vacation time and sick days. I ain't ever gonna tell nobody, oh, you ain't got no sick time. Well, dang, I'll be like, Listen, a request off is a courtesy. I don't care what the contract says that I sign. I'm being courteous by telling you I ain't gonna be here. You lucky I'm even telling you that. So if you need a sick day, a personal day, whatever you need to just take some time to quiet your mind, quiet your heart, quiet your spirit, go on and do that. Go on and do that and figure out what it is that makes you feel happy, what makes you feel fulfilled, what makes you feel better, honestly. And try not to base it off of whatever this situation is here. You are moving away from this. This came out in reverse. So yes, something is breaking down or breaking up, but this is the period in which you take the lessons and you take the growth and you apply it, and then you put it in your life with all the positive things that you're coming into, and that's it. That's all I got for you, Taurus. Okay? Okay. Taurus, if you enjoyed that read, do me a favor and give me some little thumbs up. Give me some love. Follow me if you're not we're not on TikTok. We're on YouTube. Follow, and I was going to say it again. Subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed, okay? If you feel like you need a more personal reading, book one with me. All my links are down below in the description box. All right, now we will get into Gemini for this upcoming week. So what is the energy? What's the theme? What's Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising tapping into for May 7th through the 13th, 2023? Oop, okay. My cards are just falling out tonight. I guess I'm not cutting. Gemini, you got Auburn, which is ground yourself, but that comes with the master number energy as well. It's 11. So it tells me this is a month of some healing, more than likely, where you're looking at past situations and actually starting to kind of break them down and analyze either where you went wrong, where whatever else went wrong, what could have been better, what went well, taking your lessons and applying it, okay? I did get that. All right, Gemini. And you got the Eight of Swords. Gemini, this is very much so a real G's move in silence type of time for you, but I'm gonna make this very clear because I did just get this energy. I don't like to say stuff like this because I'm somebody that'd be like, no, pop your shit. You do what you want when you pop it. I'm not gonna say sorry because these are the message, but it is so crazy that I'm getting this for you. There is a message coming through to me here that says you need to humble yourself a little bit. And I don't know if that means like you're on a high horse or if that means like you maybe just need to take it down a notch, whatever that means. But you did get a message here. Like, it's like you don't know everything. You don't have all the answers. You don't have the answer. Like, you don't know. What's your clothing line? We don't know. Like, you need to chill. Like, chill out. Calm down for a second. I get the energy here, and I'll be honest with you with these cards. So when I pull this card, this is a card of like mental anguish. Like, it's a lot going on in my head. I wasn't gonna. This is not a heart card, but in my body or in my head, I said what's going on in my head and my heart. So maybe some things going on in relationships, maybe some things going on connected to things that you really, really care about. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It could be something that you just put a lot of time and emotional investment into, a lot of your energy and effort into. But I do get like that's stressing you out. Even honestly with this card too, so much so that maybe some of you may come into a space to where you kind of go into a little bit of an isolation or some sort of like depressive state. So be very careful with that. If you're feeling that way, there are resources out there. Talk to somebody, post, sing a song, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel better, you do that. But I do get that like you're a little stressed this week, or you have a little bit of stress regarding a very recent situation is really what I'm picking up on. And so what your cards are telling me is that, Gemini, this is the week in which you kind of have to keep it real with yourself. You are going to have to kind of replay the situations in your head, whatever situation you're thinking of as I'm talking about this. If you still listening to the video, it's obviously resonating. So whatever you're thinking of pertaining to this is what I'm speaking to. This is a week in which you actually have to take some time to step back, take some perspective, and think about all the things that have transpired in that particular situation. You need to look at the pros on your end. You also need to look at the cons on your end. You do need to keep it very real with yourself, Gemini. You guys are an air sign, but you guys on the shadow side do have a tendency to have that know-it-all energy, and to be very air energy has it really bad on the shadow side with being very, very harsh and rude and mean with their words. So like, look at the situation that has transpired and think about everything that you gain from it, that you want to, or that you learn from it, that you want to apply going forward. And also think about everything that, I don't believe in regret, so I'm not going to tell you everything that if you could go back and do it again, but like, think of everything like, if you had the opportunity to do it differently, you would do it differently. And then start applying those lessons to your life, okay? This is the ground yourself card. So this tells me that you need to start thinking about the type of person you want to be, and the type of life you want to live, and the type of things and people and energies you want in your space and around you. And you need to start moving in a way that calls those things to you, because what I'm picking up now for you, Gemini, is that you might have an idea of the type of like positivity and peace and happiness and love and all the things in abundance that you want in your life, but some sort of behavior or some sort, no, I do going back to what I was saying earlier, that know-it-all, that harshness, some of your behaviors block you from tapping into the good stuff that you're trying to manifest for yourself. You got to remember, karma's at play here too. So if you're not putting out good energy, but you want some good shit, why, I don't know why you would think that that's what's going to come to you. Like, what goes around comes around. So what's happening for you this week, Gemini, is thinking about how you want to move forward, the lessons that you've learned in your recent situations that have kind of been weighing heavy on you, what you need to release, how you need to heal, and how, like I said, how you need to move forward in a way that calls the energy toward you that you would actually like to be, those spaces that you would actually like to be in, okay? And this is also a weekend which you have, like I said, you got to get real with yourself and look at your behaviors and look at all of the things in your life that no longer serve you and that are a detriment to your growth, okay? And I'm gonna leave it at that for you, Gemini. If that reading resonated with you, do me a favor, give me a little thumbs up, subscribe to me if you're not already subscribed, so you can keep up with when I put out new videos, and hit that little notification bell. YouTube is really bad with pushing small creators content. So if y'all could do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell, because it'll tell the algorithms like, hey, this is somebody that people are actually watching. And I do need that right now. I do need that for my businesses, or for this business specifically. It is much appreciated. All right, let's get into Cancer, the best sign. Y'all know I'm biased. 3 personal Cancer placements in my chart, so y'all know I got a bias. Sun, Moon, and Venus. All right, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising. What's poppin' for this upcoming week, May 7th through the 13th? What's the energy for people with Cancer placements? Ew. This is collective, but I love seeing this here. Whenever I read with this deck and I pull that card, so while I shuffle, I'm about to put y'all on a little bit of game, okay? So for those of y'all that don't know, I am a filmmaker. One of my first, well, it actually wasn't my first film, but one of my earlier films that I produced and directed and wrote is called Coral. And you can actually find it online on my Vimeo and on my production, actually just on my personal YouTube. But if you're subscribed to me on YouTube, I have the aujhaaye YouTube link on there. I wrote the story my senior year in high school, and then my junior year in college, I turned it into a short film, and it's called Coral. And so whenever I see this card, it just gives me like shit's about to get lit type of energy, because that was a really good, like, a lot of stuff was going on during that time, but like as far as the passion projects go and like my talents, I really enjoyed that chapter of my life. So seeing this card here, it's making me wonder what opportunities are coming in this week. Whoo, baby. You see, the cards be knowing. I'm going to timestamp y'all's read to me shuffling, because I apparently started reading for y'all while I was shuffling. Cancer. So with what I get here, and every tarot reader reads to experience and reads in their own way. Our cards have different meanings for us, okay? As you guys just heard, this card has a specific meaning for me, and that is, I think, the energy for all the Cancers this week, or people with those Cancer placements this week. You know, Cancer, we're very hard. We are water signs, but when it comes to something that we want, we hook our pinchers in it and we don't let go. But sometimes what we don't realize is that maybe it's not time for us to catch that prey just yet. Or maybe we weren't supposed to catch that particular little shrimp. We were supposed to wait for some bigger to come along. You know, maybe some calamari swimming around, a squid or something. I don't know. Do crabs eat squids? I don't really know. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm getting at. So what I get with us, Cancer, is that you've been putting out the energy, you've been putting out the effort. There is a little bit of an energy here of a like, God damn, I've been doing so much. Like, I'm not understanding why this is not lining up. Peep game. The message with this particular card says, allow flow and synchronicity into your life. Okay? So Cancer, not to say stop doing what you've been doing, but how do I want to put this? Keep putting the effort in, okay? But what I get is that you may receive some sort of opportunity this week, or some sort of work coming in for you. Got a Three of Pentacles here, which is a work card for me. This is a new opportunities card for me, or getting stable in new foundational spaces. So I do pick up on like new career for Cancer, or new job opportunity, or new contract or something for Cancer. It could, because it's general, it could speak to a relationship. It could also speak to this could also speak to kids. So Cancer, be careful this week. But specifically, I'm getting more like money, career here. You may get an opportunity this week that is in the ballpark of what you want to do, but not necessarily on the base that you're trying to hit. I am not a baseball player or watcher, so I don't know if that analogy is correct, but I hope it came across the way I needed it to. You're in the ballpark. Something you might hit, you might be trying to hit or get to third base, but you need to be on second base. So, or I'm sorry, I didn't say that right. You might be trying to get to third base, but they need you on second base. Take second base, Cancer. Don't look at it like, this is not what I want to do. This is not exactly what I put out there. Understand that everything happens for a reason. You've got a synchronicity card. In the event that you get an opportunity that is in your field but not in your lane, understand that that's your stepping stone. That's your mailroom opportunity. You know, people be talking about like, oh, when you want to get into these spaces, you got to get your foot in the door, like you got to work in the mailroom. That's your mailroom opportunity. Not to say it's going to be like mailroom work, but you may get an opportunity that doesn't necessarily allow you to do everything that you want to do or give you the freedom of everything that you want to do, but understand that by way of doing whatever that is, it's going to open up the doors to something else for you. Or maybe it opens up the door to the actual opportunity that you wanted by way of taking that road through that company or through that contract or whatever the case may be. But you have to take the steps. You know, my mom, when I had moved back to Colorado, when I was staying with her, I was in a little bit of a funk and I was trying to figure things out, and we were having a conversation about something, and I was telling her like I had wanted to do something, but like I was scared to try it because what if it didn't work out? And she was like, girl, if it don't work out, you could just take your ass back to square one. Like, but you ain't gonna know if it was gonna work out if you don't go and try it. So that's one of my pieces of advice to you this month, Cancer, or this week, Cancer, is, you know, just because it doesn't look all polished and pretty on the surface and it doesn't look like it has everything you want in the package, it doesn't mean that there's not a gift in there that you won't like, and that won't possibly be a key to a different gift that you've been looking for. Like, see where it takes you. See where life's currents carry you, because I guarantee you are going to flow on that little stream to exactly where you need and want to be. But you got to be open to being a little flexible with the things that you want. I also get a message of, you've been manifesting, but you need to get more serious and more specific with your manifestations. Cancer, you can't just be like, I want more money. I manifest more money. Or how would I write that as an intention? am receiving lucrative opportunities. Like, you know, you can't just be like, I'm receiving a lot of money. You maybe get more specific. I am receiving this amount of money for these specific things in this specific amount of time. Get a little bit more detail with your spiritual work. I did get that for this week as well. And it's a water eclipse week. So this is a good energy for you to work with, Cancer. Any spiritual work, any manifestation type of stuff. Well, it's a full moon, so I don't necessarily, this is a good time to manifest clearing and clarity and healing, okay? But you know, to help you get to those points of manifestation for the other stuff, wait till we hit the Taurus new moon to start doing the manifestations, and that's good. Well, it'll be good to do those new intentions with an earth energy. But you know, this is a good energy to work with, Cancer, so work with it and allow whatever plays out this week to play out. It's not going to take you to where you don't need to be. On the surface, it might look like, what is this? Because it's Mercury. I mean, it's Mercury retrograde. Everything is topsy-turvy. But just know that it's going to bring you what you need. All right? All right. And that's all I got for Cancer. We are going to get into Leo. It's hot in here. It's hot in here. Cancer, if you enjoy that spread, that reading, do me a favor and leave me a little thumbs up. And subscribe to me if you're not already subscribed. And if you could, hit the notification button. I need more visibility with my YouTube channel. I'm going to be completely real with y'all. And when YouTube sees that people are subscribing for my videos, it starts to push my channel a lot more. And I would very much so like if y'all could do that for me. All right, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising, what's popping for this week, May 7th through the 13th? Leo, have y'all been doing too much? You got Aqua, which comes with the message of experience, peace, and calm. Wonder what that's about. Let's get some tarot to bring you some insight. Mother of Pentacles. So what I got, Leo, is that you need to be selfish this week. And it's so funny. Especially, okay, I got a couple of different little messages here. The first is that this is a week in which you need to pour some love, some like quality, like you need some self-care, some self-love. Like you need to focus on yourself this week. I also get that any Leos involved with earth sign individuals, and that could be in love, that could be in the workspace, like your boss or a coworker, that could also be in your family, like a sibling or a cousin that you're very close to, or a parent. This is the Mother of Pentacles, especially Leo, if you got an earth sign mama, I will say, or you got an earth sign lover, I will say that things may have been a little rocky for you, because I got experience, peace, and calm, and then you got a card that gives you the energy of nurturing yourself and, you know, chilling out a little bit. So it does tell me that maybe the energy there has been a little rocky. And this is the Aqua card, and it's water. So this also gives me an energy of some things needing to be cleansed, possibly cords needing to be cut. There is also a message here that I will say, if this energy is speaking to a person, especially in the workplace or in a relationship, Leo, y'all are fire. And especially if you got fire in your Mercury or fire in your, fire in your big three aside from Leo, you guys are very passionately expressive. And so what I can say is that if you're having issues with somebody, you're probably arguing with them. Just gonna keep it real. You're probably going back and forth, toe to toe, arguing with them. Leo likes to be heard. Leo is considered the star of the zodiac. Like, you guys are associated with the sun. You like people to see and to hear what you have to say. And you like, I also need you to understand what I am saying. This week, Leo, chill out on that. Like, it's if they ain't gonna hear it, they just not gonna hear it. If they don't understand it, that's a personal issue. Like, they maybe they should go read a book. I don't know. But don't put your energy into adding fuel to whatever that fire is, because that's just gonna create more chaos and more problems and more anxiety and more hurt and more anger and more sad, like whatever the case may be. It's just going to cause problems. I did get for people in the workspace, that is going to, I got HR, that is going to cause an HR issue. If you keep going back and forth with whoever this is in the workspace, y'all are going to be in HR. And I'm not sure who's going to be in the trouble with HR, but that's what I got. Now, if this is a relationship or somebody that you're closely involved with, you know, when you get to the point to where it's just always chaos and anger, what is the point of being with that person? What is the point of dealing with that person? If this is somebody that you have to deal with, you don't have to deal with them in a negative way. Just, you know, as an adult, I don't know why I'm getting so, I'm getting the energy to like fuss at you guys. So I'm just gonna, that's what's coming through. So as an adult, Leo, you make your decisions, and when you make stupid decisions, you suffer stupid consequences. So if you're going to go into a situation knowing that the energy is off and then add fuel to the fire by running your little Leo mouth, because that's what y'all like to do, sorry y'all, and my Mercury's in Leo, I could talk shit because I very much so know how that goes. And you're going to go to this situation and add more fuel to the fire. You can, like, you can't be surprised when it goes left. Like, what are you going to do? You have to sit there and be like, oh, I expected this. So this week, try to step out of that. I understand you're fire, but you got a water and an earth card in here, which is telling you you need to step away from how you typically exhibit and tap into your energy. And you need to get a little bit of calm and a little bit of collected and a little bit of cool and move throughout this week. And I guarantee you, I promise you, that is going to actually make whatever the situation is, help it move a little bit more smoothly. I guarantee you, I kid you not. Come back in here next week and tell me how that went down and how I was right, okay? Because I know I'm right. And I know I'm right. If you guys add fuel to the fire, it's going to be a blow up. So either way, it rocks. Leo, chill out this week. Just take some time for yourself. Make this a me week if you need to. Like, maybe you don't need to mix and mingle with anybody this week and just take a little chill. Well, I don't know what a chill pill is, but like take a little moment and cool down. Chill out. Who's after Leo? Virgo. All right, Leo, if you enjoy that spread, do me a favor and leave me a little thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And then if you could, because it does help YouTube push my channel to more people who want to watch readers like me, hit the subscribe, that little bell, subscribe to the notifications, because I do need some more visibility. It's greatly appreciated, y'all. All right, let's get into Virgo, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising for this upcoming week, May 7th through the 13th. What's the energy for y'all? Ooh, y'all got turquoise, which comes with the message of awaken your empathy. And let's get you a tarot to go with it. So you maybe need to be a little bit more understanding. Virgo is what I did get. And the Magician. Ooh, okay, so this is so interesting. What I'm picking up for you, Virgo, is that, what's the best way to say it? Either there's something in your life that you're just very connected to, that you have to be connected to, and maybe they're going through something right now, or it's going through something, whether it's a person or a place or situation, whatever the case may be. I get that there is something where outside of you, externally, not even connected to you, is a little off. Now, you, in your own world, Virgo, you got a whole bunch of other stuff going on, a whole bunch of other things happening, and a whole bunch of things that you're waiting and ready to start. But for whatever reason, what's going on in this space is somehow affecting you. I'm getting external influences having a major hold on whatever it is that you got going on. I'm also getting like you feel like you don't have the time and that you're always tending to whatever this is over here. But okay, so what I will say, because you have awakened your empathies, understand that, Virgo, while you might think you don't have the time, this situation is always in that space. So what's a little bit of your time to give a little bit of, relief over there, okay? Now, I also got by way of initiating this, like, this empathy, this, you know, I'll work a couple shifts for you. I see you've been working doubles if it's a co-working space, or I see that you guys need help with these projects. I've finished my stuff up. I'll come do a little bit over here, right? And so what I get, Virgo, is when you think when you do stuff like that it's going to take away from what you have going on, and it might temporarily. But also remember that when you do things with good intentions, especially when the intention is to help, and you got to move without doing this with the intention of getting good karma for yourself. Be mindful, because when you do something just specifically to get good karma, you end up with bad karma. So by way of helping, by way of lending a little bit of your energy, it kind of puts the universal law in motion. So you're putting something out there that can help somebody get through something that they have going on, or help this project get to its point of completion, whatever the case may be. That's the energy that you put out. That means it's going to come back to you. So whatever it is that you're focusing on, that you want to get into, that you're like, dang, I got to keep putting my time and effort over here. Like, I don't have time for myself. Understand that when you let go of that anger and irritation of having to help, and actually just go and help, and don't have such a hang up about it, that karma is going to come back around to you. And then the doors that you need to open up in order for you to actually do the things that you keep saying, oh, I want to do, I don't have the time to do, it's going to happen for you. Okay? So, put out good shit for good shit to come back to you. And just be a little bit more understanding, Virgo. You guys are you're smart, but you guys are earth signs. And so earth signs are very logical, very analytical. Especially when it comes to like matters of the heart and like emotional stuff, you guys can be very much so like, okay, well, this is the problem, and this is the solution. So what are you what's the issue? Why are you so sad? Why are you so stressed? Like, do you have a solution? I can give you, like, Virgo, understand that not everybody works through things the way that you do. Some people cry, some people yell, some people got to go exercise to figure something out, or to get through some stress. Not everybody's able to just stop and think about the process and the motions and then come up with a solution. So understand that as you work in tandem of whatever this is, or whatever situation this is, or whatever person this is over here, understand that they're going through the motions how they need to, and they just need you to give them a little bit of grace. And by giving them a little bit of grace, the universe, karma, God, spirit, whatever you believe in, is going to return that grace to you, to where you can actually be in this magician energy in your magician spaces, okay? And that's all I got for you, Virgo. I don't think there's any more. I know that might have been kind of short, but that was the wrap on that. Virgo, if you enjoyed your read, do me a favor and hit subscribe, and then click that little bell so you can get notifications when I am going live and when I put up new readings. It also does help make my channel more visible to people who want to watch readers like me, so I would greatly appreciate it if y'all could help me out with that. Leave some questions or comments. Let me know if the reading resonated with you in the description box. I like to know. I do come and put up these readings, but like, let me know. Did it resonate? How'd your week go? Come back in at the end of the week and tell me what went down. All right. Was I calling out Gemini? Why was I doing that? I just looked at something that has Gemini on it, but now I can't even. I was talking to Virgo. That is y'all's little sister, planetary sister, but I don't know if I was in my head calling you out. I don't know, whatever. We're going to get into Libra. Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising. This upcoming week, what is the energy? What's poppin'? Strengthen your faith. In yourself. I don't know why that came out like that, but apparently somebody needed to be I get this energy of not in somebody else or something else, in yourself. For some of you Libras, there is a message here that's like, I don't know why I'm getting like, y'all know what I'm seeing in my head? I'm seeing, and I know it's not that serious, but I'm seeing, this is, I think, a reference to cult energy. I'm seeing Waco in my head. And I think there's a reference to like cult energy or like brainwashing energy there. So like when we say strengthen your faith, not in whatever that was pointed to, this is specifically to yourself, okay? And you got the Hangman. So Libra, this tells me that this is going to be a week of waiting for you. I get that something could be going on that you're trying to figure something out with, possibly with your health, possibly with your job, or like with money is what I get. I don't really pick up on like love energy, but it's general. It could span over into like love and relationships. You could be having relationship problems. This is a waiting week for you. You need to observe a little bit more before you make any sudden changes or any sudden movements. I also get that you think something is not going to happen or something is not going to play out successfully for you. It will not happen this week. I do get that, but I'm not getting, like, what I get is that Libra, it is available to you. Like, you know, if you watch me, you've heard me say, like, we decide everything that we're going to do in this life before we come here. And then we get here and then, you know, we have free will to play around and do whatever we do. But at most points, our destination always is the same. It just, the path to it is a little bit different, okay? I get that there's something you want or something you feel like you need in your life, and you've been kind of down about it. Like, I get that there's a lot of doubt there. Like, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to happen for me. I don't know if I'm going to have enough for this. But what I will say is that you will. It's available to you, Libra, but your energy is putting up the blockage. We can be our own obstacles. We can create our own obstacles for ourselves. Our words and our thoughts have the power to manifest. So if you're thinking about something that you want or that you're trying to manifest, and you're also in the same sense like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to have enough for that, or I don't know if this is going to work out, or I don't know if I'm going to get selected. Well, guess what? You ain't going to get selected. You're not going to have enough, and it's not going to work out because you already decided when you were putting the thought into the universe that it was going to be manifested with lack and with doubt and with fear. So that's what's going to come to you on the return. So Libra, you need to shift your perspective this week into a more positive, more abundant space, more optimistic space. And it is easier said than done, but you have to, when you start getting those doubtful thoughts, those fearful thoughts, you have to catch yourself and start thinking of the alternative, or the alternate, whichever. My brain didn't know which way I wanted that word to come out yet. So, yeah. But, start thinking about the flip side of the fear that you have. Start thinking about what's on the other side of the doubt that you have. Instead of, oh, I don't know if I'm going to have enough, you need to start thinking about it like, I don't have enough right now, but I'm going to have enough. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm going to have enough. And let me tell you something. I do that all the time. When I tell you with COVID and a pandemic, I don't know how many times I was like, I ain't got enough money for my rent. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm going to be paying. My rent is going to be paid this month. So, and my rent was paid and I was paying the rent. So, you got to like, you can be realistic with your manifestations. You ain't got to, oh, I have all the money in the world. But you could, you shift the way that you think. You change the way that you speak. Instead of, oh, I ain't got no money, it's, I ain't got no money right now. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm going to have the money that I need in the time that I need it. And then wash your hands of it and walk away. Don't dwell on things in a negative space with a negative mindset, because that just makes it manifest that way. So, take a step back. Understand that you need to have a little bit of patience, but the only reason you need to have patience is because you've created a block for yourself. So shift your perspective, clear out that block, that blockage, that obstacle that you've put in place for yourself, and then get you a little bit of clarity, and then you'll start to see how successful you are in the spaces that you've manifested success for yourself in. Okay? And that's it, Libra. If you enjoyed that read, do me a favor, leave me a little thumbs up, and subscribe to SunshinehazeCo on here. And help me out, please, with making my channel more visible. I've been on here for a long time, and what I realized is that when I stopped getting so many people, I stopped getting, they call them unique viewers, but when people stop like commenting on my videos and like liking my videos, YouTube stopped pushing my videos. So like, I need y'all to like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to me, turn on your notifications, all the things. Help push Sunshine Haze Co. back up to where it was, because that's where it needs to be. Y'all know how many tarot readers, especially them little fake tarot readers that I be seeing on here, and I'm like, girl, you don't know nothing from nothing. You don't need to be reading no tarot cards. Why do you have 7,000 views on your video? I need that. I deserve that. I need that, and I need y'all to help me get there, because I be giving y'all free game every week, almost every day it feels like. And with my little soapbox rant, thank you in advance. It is much appreciated. All right, Libra, we are done with you. We are now going to get into Scorpio. It's so funny because I'm like on YouTube, I get no love. I'm gonna pop out of here and go over to TikTok, and then people gonna be in that video giving me little roses and gifts, sending tips to my Cash App, following me, sharing my videos, booking the discounted reads in the comments. And it's just like, I wish that TikTok and YouTube could combine as one and just not be competitors, because that would be so much better for my business. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. All right, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. Let's pop in for this week ahead for you guys. What's the energy for people with these Scorpio placements? May 7th through the 13th. Ooh, chocolate. Nourish your body and soul. Let's get that up so you can see it. Nourish your body and soul. Scorpio, it is... yeah. Take care of yourself this week, apparently. That is message 1. Energy for Scorpio, Sun, Moon. Oh, my deck's upside down. Energy for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. May 7th through the 13th. What's popping for people with those Scorpio placements this week? Hierophant. You got Nourish Your Body and Soul and the Hierophant. Scorpio. This is an interesting message. This is going to be very specific. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, charge it to the game. Go watch your moon or rising sign. Some of you Scorpios are in a natural phase, I want to be either holistic, or I want to eat clean foods, or something. You've tried to change something to be more healthy, and I commend you for that. But Scorpio, y'all are water, and water signs have to be very careful. Everybody does, but water signs specifically, and earth signs, I feel like fire signs and air signs don't have it that bad when it comes to this. And I'm not a doctor, but this is an observation, an astrological observation. You guys have to be very careful with food and diets, because they can become vices, or they can become health problems. What I get is that for some of you this week, you maybe tried to change something, and possibly you tried to change it too quick, or you tried to change and you put too much into your regimen, or you took something out that you maybe needed to wean yourself off of or slowly cut down, and it is kind of might be messing with the chemicals in your body, or messing with your stomach. I do get stomach there. And Scorpio, you guys are very secretive, so I also get that if you're having what could be a health issue, especially if it's something minor, okay, my stomach is hurting because I started eating this food, you're I don't want to go to a doctor. But what I will say, Scorpio, is that you haven't done enough research on the changes that you're trying to make. You have the Hierophant card here, which does tell me the changes that you're trying to implement are good ideas, but what I do get is that you have to get a routine that is specific for you. You can't just do a keto diet. Or you could, but this is an example. You can't just do a keto diet. You maybe could do some keto stuff, but you need to actually do the work. Maybe go see a nutritionist. Not the work, actually do the research. Maybe go see a nutritionist and get an idea of, okay, this is my body's makeup, this is my fat, my BMI, this is my muscle, this is my, my health, whatever. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, I don't know none of what they be measuring, but you know, get an idea of what actually works for you. It's the same way as like sculpting or whatever it's called for fitness. Like you can train your body by doing certain exercises to look the way that you want. Like people think like, oh, I have a certain body type, I'm not going to get that specific look. No, if you do the research and figure out what exercises and how many to do and how much weight to put on yourself, you can actually shape your body the way you want it to be shaped. You ain't got to go get a BBL. Now, I'm not going to BBL girls, or maybe I am. Don't hate me, BBL girls. But, you know, you have to do some more research, and you have to maybe reach out to somebody who maybe has that diet or maybe has tried that fitness plan, who can give you a little bit of one, they can give you some experience, because I guarantee you pretty much anybody who is not a nutritionist or a trained fitness person, when we go try some new fitness, new exercise, one or two things happen. We make ourselves sick with the food, or we pull a muscle. Like, you know what I mean? Just go get the research. You don't got to feel bad about it, like you're doing something to improve yourself on a physical and on a mental level, because when you're taking care of your body, you're also taking care of your mind, and vice versa. On some real shit, when you're taking care of your mind, you're also taking care of your body. It is okay to get help. It's okay to have a teacher. You don't have to be like, I'm gonna go do this diet and I'm just gonna do it how I read it. It might not work for you. Okay, tell the nutritionist or the doctor, I wanted to do something like this because, and honestly, you ain't got to tell your doctor why, to be real. Yeah, I want to do something like this, but I'm finding that it's not agreeing with me. So do you have some suggestions? And I mean, I don't know if you should go to your doctor about the suggestions, but you know, you maybe go to your doctor if you make yourself sick, but like, do some more research on the changes that you want to make before you implement them. We're in a retrograde season. You ain't got to rush. We're in eclipse season. You got a whole 6 months to implement transformative change, okay? Like you ain't got to rush. Do the research so that you can actually implement successful changes, actually manifest the changes you have actually been trying, like you've been thinking about. Like, you know, we can put change in and then it turns out looking like what we didn't want. And it's like, well, how in the hell did we get here? Take your time, Scorpio. Take your time. All them diets and foods and information will be there tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Just take your time, figure out everything you need to before you start making drastic changes to your health, okay? And that is all I got for Scorpio today. Scorpio, if you enjoyed that read, do me a favor, hit the little thumbs up button. Follow me. No, wait, this is YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. And hit the little notification button. I've been on YouTube for a while, and when YouTube stops pushing your content, we need people to actually start like commenting on it, so the algorithms see like, oh no, hey, they have people interacting with them. So if you guys could give me thumbs up, share the video, comment on the video, let me know if the read resonates with you, all the things that would really help me, and I would truly, truly appreciate it. We just did Scorpio. We are now going into Sagittarius. The Sag read. I don't know why I just got, this is going to be interesting. What y'all got going on, Sag? Sag Sun, Sag Moon, Sag Rising for May 7th to the 13th, 2023. What is the energy for people with these placements? Let's pop in for Sag Sun, Sag Moon, Sag Rising. You got Jade, take action. Comes with 32, you need to make some changes, Sagittarius. That's a very clear-cut message. There are changes that need to be made in your life. I also get that you know that there are changes that need to be made in your life. So when I get messages like that, it gives me this energy of, it's like you're sitting on your ass, like you're procrastinating is the energy that I'm getting. There are changes that need to be made for you, Sag, or that you need to make in your life, and you ain't making them. Why is that? I'm not going to pull this, but this flip, for some of you, it has to do with your heart space. For some of you, Sages, there are changes you need to make in your love life, possibly relationship, that need to go down this week. Okay. Take that how you want it. Book a love reading if you need more insight on that. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. some support for this take action card for this week. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, Sagittarius. You had the Ace of Cups flip out in your spread, and you had the Ace of Pentacles flip out in your spread. So one, I'm going to kick game to you like this. Whatever you've been doing that you know you don't need to be doing, you need to go on and wrap that shit up today, yesterday, and tomorrow, however you want to look at it. And I don't know why I'm fussing at you, but apparently, like, when I get the energy like this in my reads, it's because, Sag, you are doing something that you don't need to be doing. And I don't know, I don't know what it is, but you don't need to be doing it. You got a card, you got two cards that came in here. So it's speaking to your heart space and also in your spiritual space, and also speaking to your foundations. And I get like, I'm also picking up on like the way you think in regards to cycles or repeating cycles in your life. That's I think, why is it stumbling out like that? So you need a new beginning. That is literally what your cards say. You had two ace cards come out. You need to do some different shit, either in your career space or in your love space. And that could be as simple as changing your behaviors, or it could be as complex as cutting cords of attachment with somebody. It could be as simple as, you know, changing the way you map out your workday, or it could be as complex as changing your whole entire career. You have take action with a 5 energy. So major shifts for me. What I will get, Sag, with this being a Mercury retrograde and us having a lunar eclipse, this is lunar eclipses, to the way I speak to them, they are full moons on steroids. This is where the shit is coming to light. This is where it's all becoming clear. This is where you learn all the things, okay? You're going to learn what you need to learn this week. You're going to see what you need to see this week. And what I will tell you, Sag, is if you don't take action, you don't make the changes that need to be made, you will find yourself in a trick bag, and it is going to be a lot harder to pull yourself out of it the longer you keep yourself in them situations. Your cards literally say, literally say, get the fuck out of Dodge. You need to be doing something different. You need to move on to the next chapter. You need to close whatever that chapter is and open your book into something different. That's it. I think that's it. Like, it might look good for now, but it's not for you. Whatever that means is whatever it means. This is general. It may not resonate with everybody, but to whoever that resonates with, that energy was coming in strong. I am hot. So Spirit says you need to listen. You need to listen to your higher self, not even just me, because this is Sagittarius energy coming through. You need to listen to your higher self. You got your intuition is that y'all are Sagittarians. Your intuition is popping. It's not gonna lead you astray. If you think you need to leave something behind, then you need to leave it behind. If you think you need to start something different, then you need to start something different. Whatever the case may be, is new beginnings for you. Like I was saying with Libra, you can create your own blockages. Sagittarius, I very much so get that you are creating your own blockages. Now, what I also will say is that it may not look like you're creating problems for yourself right now, but you know the way messed up energy plays out, it sneaks and slides and hides. And then 5 years down the road, you like, how in the hell did I end up in this situation? What did I do to put myself in this messed up spot here? And then you start thinking about it and you're like, oh, because I didn't make the changes I needed to make when my intuition was telling me to make them. I disregarded it. Sag, do not disregard your intuition. If you feel like it's off, it's off. If you feel like it's wrong, it's wrong. Do not try to convince yourself that it's right or that it's on. Your spirit's not coming through to just talk to you and play games. Like, the message is coming through because you need to hear it and you need to acknowledge it, and then you need to move accordingly. And like I said, if you don't want to listen, it's not me, not just me. Like, yeah, I would like for y'all to pay attention to the read. But if you don't want to listen to spirit, your higher self telling you what you need to do to keep yourself out of a trick bag, then you know what, Sagittarius? Who's to blame? What can you do at that point but work harder? Because you will have to work harder to pull yourself out the trenches. You need to pay attention to the spiritual messages coming in through for you right now, and you need to take action on them spiritual messages. You need to allow the changes that are being shown to you that need to be made to come in your life. Do not go against the grain, because the grain is going to sandpaper your ass up should you decide to do so. That's it. I don't know. You know what, Sag? Whatever the hell y'all got going on, y'all just upset my little spirit, my reading spirit. Cause y'all just made me mad. And I don't even know why. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? Okay. Okay. Sag, if you and I know I was fussing at you, but if it resonated, do me a favor, like this video, leave me a little thumbs up, drop a comment, let me know if you like, hey, if you know exactly what situation I was speaking to, tell me about it. If you're not subscribed to me, subscribe to me and turn on those notifications so you can keep up with when I'm putting up new content, and also so YouTube can start to push my videos back to the people that used to watch them a lot more. I'm like, there's no reason that I've lost so much growth. Not even growth, because I'm like, my channel still grows consistently, but I'm like, the views do not make sense to me. They don't make sense to me. I'm like, how is it that my views are so low now? Like, it didn't used to be like this. But you know, all them algorithms then came in and fucked shit up for the small creators and small business owners, especially Black creators. All right, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. What's going up this week? May 7th through the 13th. We'll talk about that in a second. I think you guys have a similar message to Libra. Like, there may be something you need to figure out with your health. Like, the message with this card is learn to scan your body. So I did get a health message, but I also get like a spiritual message with this because it comes with the number 29, and that does break down to 11, which is a master number, which is all about enlightenment and healing. So what I will say is that this could also, Capricorn, speak to just needing to take a moment to detox and to heal and to cleanse, okay? And to pay attention to your body. Like, if you realize you're getting sick from something, you need to start looking at what you're eating and then maybe stop eating it or stop doing it or whatever the case may be. Learn to scan your body. Pay attention to yourself. All right. What is that? I feel like that was just a sidebar. Capricorn energy, overall energy for the month. I'm sorry, for the week of May 7th through the 13th. Strengthen your body. Okay, that is the message. All right, Capricorn, this week, for some of you, and I hate pregnancy messages because I don't be trying to speak that onto nobody. Something is not right in this deck. Hold on, y'all. I don't be trying to speak that onto nobody, but I will say, that looked like something was upside down. I don't know, that's the card I saw, but I don't know why it looked like it was upside down to me. I will say that the energy here, like, the energy here is very much so like, Capricorn, you might be preggo. And again, this is general, so it might not resonate with everybody, but the cards are saying like, hey, have you noticed anything different? And then strengthen your body coming after that. Like, yeah, if it is, it's because you gotta be a little bit stronger, a little bit more healthy for whatever's going on in there. But that's very specific for somebody. I don't know who. Yeah, I'm a rising Capricorn, so not me. It wasn't me. I don't accept. I don't accept. No. Okay, all right, let me stop playing. Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising, May 7th through the 13th, 2023. What's the energy? Daughter of Wands. I'm calculating something in my head, Capricorn. We're in Taurus season. It's May. Okay. Just gonna throw this out there. From what I was saying, possible that some of y'all are creating little fire signs or have created a little fire sign that you don't know about yet. Now, on the other hand, speaking to this energy generally, because I do want to give Capricorns that ain't got no babies brewing in their bellies a read. I do want to give y'all a read. what I do get is that there is just this, like, honestly, Capricorn, the message that I get here is very much so like, you need to get yourself together. Um, this is gonna sound so bad, but if any of y'all ever watched Legion, the scary man with the yellow eyes, y'all know what he looks like. And if you don't know what he looks like, just imagine like a fat bowling pin. That's the best way I can put it. That's what I got in my head when I said you need to get yourself together. So that does tell me, as Capricorn, you might be out of shape. And you know, everybody's body type is different, but what I get is that Capricorn, for some of you, you have an ideal type of way you want to look, type of way you want to feel, type of way you want your body to look. And like the energy that I get here is very much so like, well, it can look like that, you can make it happen, but like you have to do something for that. Like you have to actually make it happen. You have to take action. You have to exercise. You have to get moving. You have to, you know, get it moving and shaking. I also get that something about preparation, like in preparation for something, which is why I keep going back to that damn pregnancy message. I get that you need to prepare for something. And so maybe like a marathon, maybe you're taking a trip, or maybe you're about to do some work that is very strenuous, but I very much so get like you need to physically prepare for something. And maybe you're about to just get a job that requires a little bit more labor, but I do get that like in some sort of way, physicality is involved, and action is involved, and exercise is involved. It's so interesting because I rarely get reads where I like, fitness does not really come up for me in my reads. So it's very interesting that I'm getting this for you, Capricorn. This is also, I think it also spans over into health. Like Capricorn, you need to take better care of yourself. I do get like, I saw candy, like you may be eating too much candy, too much junk food. You need to eat a little bit more healthy. You also, if earth signs are good for this is not specific to Capricorns. If you got vices, and listen, it's 2023, so you be smoking the ganja, maybe you doing the little fungus, maybe you doing other things. Not my business. I don't judge. But there is a message here that says maybe take a break for a little bit, like maybe give yourself a little bit of time to cool off, to detox, to relax. I also get a tolerance message, like, is what you're doing even doing what it's supposed to do for you, because you do it so much? Like, are you even getting the buzz? It's so funny that I left alcohol out of that. Capricorn, alcohol you need to stay away from this week. I do get that alcohol can make you sick this week. So be careful with that. I also get that learn your limit. If you're going to drink this week, you're going to mess up with your limit. This is so very much specific for Capricorn. Like, what? I told y'all to exercise. I told y'all don't be drinking. I said you might be getting some babies. But listen, I read what comes to me. I'm sorry to anybody that resonates with and you ain't trying to have that. It's not my fault. This is y'all's energy. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't feel like I'm connecting with the Capricorns today. That's all I got for y'all. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope it resonated. If it did, let me know and leave me a little like in all the things. Like I read for all the signs, so I try to put all the plugs in every video, but like it gets tiring saying the same shit over and over and over and over. But if you like the video, give me a like. Follow me. Share the video with your Capricorn friends. Let me know if the reading resonated in the comments. And all the things. All right, Capricorn, Aquarius. Aquarius. No, Taurus. All right, Aquarius sun. Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. What's the deal for this week? What's the energy? What's popping? What's going up? Oh, y'all got no, actually, I don't think that was a good shuffle. I started to pull it, and I felt like it wasn't a good shuffle, but I was honestly being lazy. I was like, I need to stop shuffling so long because I want to be done with this video. And my card said, you know what? Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. So, okay. Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. What is the energy for this week? What's poppin' May 7th through 13th for people with those Aquarius placements in their charts? Find richness from the dark night. Okay, Aquarius, y'all might be going through it this week. Y'all might, retrograde might be taking y'all out, is really what I get. The eclipse might be taking y'all out. Like, I get you're very much so feeling all of these intense, sometimes chaotic, sometimes hard astrological transit energies. And it be like that sometimes. So let's see if we can get some, well, not if, let's get y'all some more insight on what this dark night is. That gives me dark night of the soul. So for some of you Aquarians, you may have just recently been in like a really tough time. This card could also mark the initiative point of a tough time, but let's see. And not to speak that on y'all, just reading the energy. You got the Chariot. So I'm gonna be honest, Aquarius, I don't know which side of the timeline the toughness is on. And maybe it's because it speaks to both ways for Aquarians. For some of you, up until this point, it's been really fucking rocky. The road has not been easy. It's been long. You ain't had no shoes or a car, and you've been cutting your feet. You're tired. You ain't got no water. On the other side, Aquarius, you may be getting ready to go into a chapter like that. What I will say with these cards, the Dark Night of the Soul, here's the thing. When we're talking about the Dark Night of the Soul, I give that Pluto energy. Like, it's much needed transformation that comes from deep within you. So this encompasses triggers. This encompasses, bad habits and bad behaviors, so to speak. This encompasses the things that, bother you on a spiritual level, things you may not even be aware of. But the Dark Night of the Soul is not, it's really not a walk in the park. I'll be honest with you. And every spiritual person who really does this can probably tell you they've been through at least two chapters, at least two of them chapters to be able to really talk about it. And everybody, not a lot of people, not everybody, some people are a little privileged and don't have to deal with things like that, but pretty much everybody goes through some sort of dark night of the soul. And this is just a period in which you had to go through things because maybe lessons that were being presented to you were not being learned, or maybe you kept putting yourself in certain situations or certain energies that were just detrimental to your growth and to your well-being, and even to your mental, your heart, mind, and spirit. You know what I'm saying? You have the Chariot card here. So what this does tell me is that Aquarius, you might feel kind of alone, or you may have felt very, very alone. But everything that transpired or is to transpire is going to build character and is going to build strength. Let me tell you about it, Aquarius. I just came out of my Saturn return, which is in y'all's sign. And if you are an Aquarius, you just probably went, you know what? This is probably speaking to prior to. For some of you, it's starting, but thinking about the way the transits rock, this is probably the past couple years of your life with Saturn being in Aquarius. Just keeping it very real. Shit was probably rocky. Things were probably crazy. To speak to that, like, so many things transpired that put me and probably everybody else with Saturn in Aquarius and all them Aquarius placements into this Dark Night of the Soul space. Understand, Saturn is Santa. Saturn ain't no gift. Oh boy, my chart is ruled by Saturn, and I got a big beef with Saturn sometimes. Saturn is karmic. Saturn is the teacher. They call Saturn the teacher. Saturn teaches the lessons. During this time, all of what you was going through was for a reason. Excuse you, ma'am, Citrus. I know you were not stretching your little ass on my table. Girl, why the table? You got all that floor. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. You know better. Sorry, y'all. Cats are a different breed. Like, they are a different breed. But I enjoy her sometimes. Everything that transpires, everything that goes down or went down was not for nothing. It was lessons to be learned there. It was growth to be tapped into. It was clarity to be gained. When I tell y'all, the dark night of the soul for me was, and I'm a rising Capricorn as well, so like Saturn in Capricorn was a little rough for me too. So really the last like 6 years, but like the dark night of the soul for me, while it was very rough and strenuous, I can tell you that I understood each and every lesson that came with all that shit that I went through. And applying it now, you know, we're in the residual of that Saturn nonsense, but applying it now, I can see how I didn't have these perspectives. I didn't have this knowledge. I didn't have this type of connection before I went through all of that's, I don't know what I want to call it, sludge, all that sludge in my soul. So, you know, whatever went down, Aquarius, don't look at it like an L. Don't look at it like, oh my gosh, my life just went left and everything is crazy. Like, everything happens for a reason. And it is, like I said, it's going to build character, and it is going to build strength. And it is going, like, you on the other side of it, you're going to see like, oh my gosh, I have grown so much and I am so proud of myself. So sending y'all love and light if y'all ain't in this dark night of the soul yet, but I'm still sending y'all love and light if you're just coming out of it, because listen, that residual period is rough too. Trust me, I know. And that's all I'm gonna give to Aquarius. If you feel like you need more personal insight, book a personal reading with me, okay? And let me know if that reading resonated down in the comments, okay? I like to know if these readings are resonating with my viewers. And then if it did, give me a thumbs up. Go on and subscribe and turn on notifications so you can get a little ding, ding, ding when I go live and do these readings, okay? We did Aquarius, Pisces. It's a big S, but I'm going to just leave it like that. It's whatever. All right, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising. What's on the horizon for this week? May 6th. No, not 6th. Y'all, I'm tripping. We're definitely in Pisces energy. What's the energy for Pisces this week, May 7th through May 13th? What's going up? What's going down? What energy is Pisces tapping into? Oh. Who got that? Cancer got that. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life. That's interesting. Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising. What is the energy for? What is the supporting tarot for Pisces individuals? May 7th through the 13th. 2023, Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now. All right, you got the Nine of Swords and you got Coral, which comes with the message of allow flow and synchronicity into your life. Pisces, what I get, and this is very much so Pisces energy, is that you are doing too much. But not necessarily on a physical level. You got too many thoughts swirling around in your head. And they're coming from so I get that you got external influence, and I also get that you got a lot of internal thoughts that could be creating an issue for you, or creating an issue that you don't even know is there. The best way to put it is like Pisces, you might be, I think, is you could be blocking your blessings. That's the energy that I get here. With this Nine of Swords, there is this like, it's almost like the best way I can put it is like, you know, there's an opportunity there for you, and either Pisces, you're trying to talk yourself out of it, or you're telling yourself that you're not good enough for it. And I don't know, like, I don't know if that's in the workspace. I don't know if that's in a relationship. I don't know if that's in when it comes to like, you know, like apartments or houses or whatever the case may be. But there is this energy of like, Pisces, there are things coming toward you that you are in alignment with. There are things that you have worked for, like speaking to like your energy, you know, things that you have manifested by way of putting in the time and the work and the effort over the course of, I want to say years. I don't know why that came out, but like over the course of years, you've put the time, you've put the effort in. And you're getting to a space now to where, because of that, certain things are starting to come in and starting to pop up for you. And for whatever reason, Pisces, one, you could be like, oh, no, something with like a freedom, like, oh, no, I ain't trying to do that, because then I gotta be tied to that or connected to that, or I don't have the freedom that I would have to do X, Y, and Z like I normally would. I also get you could be feeling a certain way about something, but you're also like, I don't think that I have what it takes to step up to this plate. Okay. On the other hand, what I also get, Pisces, this is a very interesting one too, is that there could be a situation like this is interesting, like a past situation. Like a past situation that is retro. I'm like, why would that be coming up now? It's retrograde season. So you might be thinking heavily about something from your past. What I get for some Pisces, like relationships, or specifically the way you've done people, which doesn't surprise me with Pisces energy, to be completely honest. That doesn't surprise me. Pisces, y'all are hell. I really enjoy y'all, but y'all are also like, I don't know why they gave y'all fire, because sometimes I feel like y'all really were spawned from the deepest pits of hell. But you know what? That's for another day. I also get for you, Pisces, that there could be this energy of, because retrograde season, because lunar eclipse, and we had a solar eclipse a couple weeks ago, like everything is illuminated, everything is clear for you now, and you're now in this space where like you're looking at your past, you're looking at past situations, and you're like, oh, I see how I could have done better there. Or, oh, I see why that didn't work out for me, because that person wasn't doing X, Y, and Z for me. Or, oh, I see why I lost out on this opportunity because I didn't do A, B, and C. Just a very reflective time for you during this month. But Pisces, you also have the Coral card, which does give a little bit of a message to like, don't try to force anything, whether that's forcing yourself into something or talking yourself out of something. Instead of even trying to make a decision on which way life is going to go in whichever direction, why don't you just be in your element, which is water, and just go with the flow? See where life's currents take you. It's going to take you to where you need to be. And then Pisces, you need to be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? You need to be a little bit more proactive on shifting your perspective. It's very pessimistic vibes from this card. So instead of thinking about things in such a negative light, like, oh, that wouldn't work out, or, oh, I wouldn't have this if I do this, or, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough for this, try to shift it. And it's easier said than done. Of course, it's easier to say, oh, this is going to work out, than to believe that it's going to work out. But, you know, when you start to speak things over and over and over, you start to convince yourself that they're true. And when you start to believe that it's true, it begins to manifest as that true thing. So, you know, Pisces, whatever's coming in for you, be open to it. Whatever's cycling out for you, be open to it. And stop talking yourself into and out of things. Just let your heart lead you right now, because that's the energy that I get. Whatever you feel, whatever makes your heart beat, whatever's tugging on your heartstrings, that's the direction in which you need to go. And I very much so get love. I also get career for you guys as well. And there's also a message here, very retrograde. This did just pop up. Pisces, some of you are going to either you're going to want to reach out to an old flame, or an old flame is going to be reaching out to you if there is no communication. Because I also get the vibe of like possibly wanting to reach out because there hasn't been communication. If it's you reaching out, Pisces, you need to really think about what you gonna say before you say it, because I do get that could go left, because y'all are a bunch. If the other person is cycling around, I get that this could put you in a very confused headspace, or even if they're just popping up on your mind, like you're probably thinking like, why am I thinking about them right now? Why are they so heavy on my mind? Pisces, they could be thinking about you, and that's why, you know how spirit works. But something about an apology. Somebody wants to apologize. That could be them or that could be you, but if something is weighing on, like, something about, and this is the way that is coming, y'all, something that has to do with, I was wrong, I understand it, I'm sorry. And I don't get much else from that. So whatever that means for you, Pisces, I hope it's in an area that you want it in. Okay? Okay. Pisces, if that reading resonated with you, I know it was very specific, so it was general. So if it resonated with you, do me a favor, leave me a little thumbs up. subscribe. Let me know that it resonated with you in the comments and all the things. Share this video with your Pisces friends. Much appreciated. Okay, we are going to get into the last sign, which is Aries. Well, for this spread, because I started with Taurus. So Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising. What is poppin'? I'm trying to break these cards up. Card stock like this, they tend to stick together sometimes. And so it's like, sometimes I feel like I didn't get a really good shuffle because they don't be separating when I drop them in. But then also it could have to do with the size. I don't really like super, super large decks. I like regular size tarot cards, regular size oracle. Well, this is a regular size oracle deck. This is normal size. Anyways, tangent. Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising. What's on the horizon for the week ahead? What's the energy for people with these Aries placements? Sorry, those were stuck together. What is the energy for people with Aries placements in their victory for this upcoming week? What are y'all tapping into? Indigo, improve your vision. Okay. Something about your influences, Aries. What I get is that you got people in your ear giving you bad advice. That's the best way I could put it. Got people in your ear giving you bad advice and you weren't taking it, and it's gonna put you in a trick bag, straight up. So if you're watching this and you thought of somebody, that's probably who's giving you bad advice. Because y'all didn't know I was going to say that. So if they just popped up in your head, that was your higher self like, yeah. This is what she's talking about. All right, Aries sun, moon rising. Give me some supporting tarot for this week. A bit of clarity, some insight. What's the energy for May 7th through 13th? Aries sun, moon rising, 2023. Oh, y'all got the 9. Yeah. External influences messing up your mental. 2 things. So for some of you, this gives me very much so like talking down on you type of energy. So what I will say, Aries, is if you are around somebody or like involved, like one, if you're in a relationship with somebody who talks to you like you ain't nothing, you need to snip on that. Like, what is it doing for you other than giving you heartache and probably heartburn, you know, stressing you out. On the other hand, I get that this could be like a good friend or like a sibling or a family, even a parent, like honestly, is keeping it real, that is just not, the best way I can put it is like they don't know what they think they know, but the way they deliver it makes it sound really good and believable. And you eat it up and then you go and do it. And then you're like, well, why did this happen? Because you keep listening to somebody who don't know what they're talking about. I also get, this is interesting too. There's an aspect of like jealousy. And I don't know if that's for you or for something that you're doing, but like whoever's giving you this advice or, you know, giving you the little pointers and stuff, like they could be on purpose, like trying to lead you astray or trying to put you in a trick bag, Aries. Be careful with that. So I got the word independence. And so what I will say with that is that you need to learn how to think for yourself. And it's so funny because I got that combated also. Like I said, you need to learn how to think for yourself. And I do think for myself. You got to step out of that, Aries. I get it. Y'all, listen, Aries energy is very much so, I know everything. That's just a given. I know everything. I'm going to do everything. I can do it all. I don't need no help. Blah, blah, blah. You, Aries, need to maybe take a step back from the, I am going to do everything and say I know everything, because what's happening is what you think you know is what the person who's feeding you advice, quote unquote, knows. And what did I say earlier? They don't really know shit. So, you know, what I would say, Aries, is that you actually need to maybe start observing them a little bit more. Like as they're giving you advice or they're saying things to you, don't just take it for what it is. Like think about what they said, and then play that scenario out in your head and give yourself realistic outcomes. Like, is this actually going to be the best suggestion for me? And what I will say, Aries, is that I get 9 times out of 10, you're going to come to a point in your head after them scenarios like, now, why in the hell would I go do that? You need to apply that type of energy to this person, because look at what they're doing for you. This is not a happy-go-lucky, positive, good vibes type of card in this spread, in this deck. This is, especially in this deck, this doesn't come with good vibes. So honestly, you might need to distance yourself from that person. You may also need to, I also get an energy of like, that person may need to be told about themselves. Like, they may need to be told, you don't know what you're talking about, or like, that is not going to work for me. Why would you suggest that? Why do you think like that? Why would you be like that? Misery loves company. Why is that coming out? Misery loves company. So maybe the person that is giving you advice is giving you bad advice because they want you to be just as miserable as them. And you know what, Aries, if you want to be just as miserable as them, then you do that. Like, you go on and take that advice. I'm reading the cards for you. That's all I can do for you. And that's the way that is coming out. The way that I just started reading is very much so like, Aries, you need to help yourself. Like, at this point, you know what's funny? What I got is, at this point, you should see right through it. And that's so interesting that came out. So at this point, you should see right through that person. So which tells me is this is somebody that you've been around for a while. Like, this is somebody that you know, and who knows you. But whatever the case may be, the advice they give you, the life advice they give you, the suggestions they give you, don't work for anybody. I was going to say aren't going to work for you, but what I also get is that they don't work for anybody. They didn't even work for them. So why would you take that advice, you know? It's so interesting that I'm feeling that way. So I will say that either Aries, your little higher selves, or spirit, or the universe, somebody is irritated with you for continuing to listen to this person. And it's like, okay, if you're gonna keep listening to them, we've been trying to rope you in and reel you in. At this point, if you're gonna keep disregarding the fact that whatever they're telling you is nonsense, then we're going to let you start experiencing the nonsense by way of their suggestions. So, Aries, that's your message. Stop yourself from getting put into that trick bag, because once you get put in that trick bag, it's going to be real hard to get out. Drawstring, zip tie, and everything. You're going to be stuck in there. So, yeah. Yeah. That's your message, Aries. That is all I got for you guys tonight. Aries, if you enjoyed that spread, give me a little thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Share the video with your Aries friends. And let me know in the comments if that reading resonated with you, okay? And I think that's it. I dropped all the plugs at the beginning of the video, so just, go back to the beginning of the video and listen to what I was talking about. All the Patreon memberships, the chakra bracelets, the retrograde readings, the eclipse readings. A hell of videos are up on SunshinehazeCo right now, so you guys just go over to my channel and check all that out. And thank you for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.